And sure enough, the business of weddings is a lucrative one. Let's understand a little bit more about what's in store for the industry and, more importantly, what the outlook is when it comes to matrimony.com. We've got Sushanth Pai, who's the CFO, now joining in. Given that, we're walking into the month of December, it is going to kickstart the wedding season. Just wanted to understand your outlook in terms of where the overall spends are coming from and how things are likely to shape up for the months ahead.
Good morning, everyone, and good morning to all the viewers. Thank you for having me here. Yeah, there's been a little bit of a euphoria around the wedding season, but the thing is that I think the first half of the year had an unusual number of inauspicious days. So that trend did change in quarter three. But if you look at quarter three versus the quarter three, I think the number of wedding days is not so very different. And you also need to see from a market to market perspective. Like, for example, in Tamil Nadu, December 15th onwards, for example, is not considered so auspicious. So from that perspective, yes, because of first half was a muted half in terms of wedding days, there is a euphoria around it. From our own perspective, I think what we have done to take, more amplify this is, we have created something called the Great Indian Matchmaking Fest, where people can get discounts, and also we have tied up with about 200 plus brands for our matchmaking customers. So that's one. The second thing, I think the good thing the wedding season has brought in is our profiles are slowly bouncing back, the profiles that are coming in. So we need to now work on the conversions. And typically what happens is, quarter three is a little seasonal, but we are hoping the billings bounce back, which will finally translate into good revenue for quarter four, which is typically a strong quarter for us. So that's the way to see it. As we speak, we've also launched new businesses. I'll quickly talk about it. Love.com, especially for, the next gen serious relationship space. We have launched something called Many Jobs, more for the frontline and entry level people, and also in the vernacular space. And we are trying out in the Tamil Nadu market. We have launched wedding loans, by tying up with institutions, and a curated Make My Wedding, for the Chennai market, where we're trying to curate vendors and help the customers find vendors. So, a lot of initiatives going on in this quarter. Yes, it's a busy quarter for us.
How much of your business is now coming from the non-listing business, the traditional matrimony.com business?
Sorry, I didn't hear you. I think
how much of your business is coming from new businesses? I mean, there is this posting business, or if I may say, matchmaking business, which is your bread and butter business. That's how you started. Yes. You mentioned you've diversified. How much is that business accounting for the new business now?
Yeah. So, all these new businesses I spoke about, we have just launched. So there's not much of revenue from there. However, we had a business for a long time called the wedding services business that contributes about 2% of our revenues. So all the other businesses are yet to show revenues.
At what rate do you think your matchmaking or the posting business will grow? It's a business which, I think this is a business which can exist forever. But yes, if I look at the growth of this business, and I'm looking at, let's say, Matrimony, Jeevansathi, Shaadi.com, the growths are not enviable. They are good, they're modest, they're predictable, but they are not fantastic. Why is that?
Yeah. So one, there is high competition intensity. Like you said, there are 3 players in the market. We are leaders in the south. There are some other player who's a leader in the north. So there is a lot of competition intensity. Therefore, the platform is sort of split across the 3 businesses. So that's one. The second thing is, I think there are a lot of people in the regional spaces as well who are entering these businesses. The third thing is there is a churn, right? So we have to really earn our business on a day in and day out basis, because we want people to get married. So there is a churn. So I think all these factors contribute to whatever growth we are seeing. And that's why, we are looking at newer areas as we speak. Like, for example, 2 years back, 2.5 years back, we launched something called Jodi in the vernacular space, which was not addressed by anyone. That's mainly for, the non-graduate sort of people, who pay a very small subscription, and it's also attract the bottom of the pyramid. So we have introduced, we've been pioneers in these spaces. We try to bring in more and more amplify this in the matchmaking space. But yes, because of these reasons, the growth is what it is.
Okay. The cash which you're generating, because your business does not need a lot of cash, how are you planning to utilize it?
Yeah. So, there are 2, 3 things that we do. If you see now, we've just completed our second buyback. 2 years back, we had the first buyback for about close to, this buyback is about 72 crores. We've just finished it. We've got very good response on the buyback. We are, every year we pay out dividends. And the third thing is that, because this is a cash generating business, I don't think right now we are looking at any big ticket acquisitions, but if there is any tuck-in or something that can also be used for that. Broadly, this is the capital allocation. So we have, is it buyback, it is a dividend or something that comes along in our way, we will definitely explore that.
All right, there you have it. Thanks so much for taking us through the details. New business is yet to show revenue. There is high competition in matchmaking, but as of now, they are seeing the profile bouncing back for the wedding season. All right, let's shift gears.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.